Hello YouTube, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So, it's been a hot minute. It literally has been a hot minute since I shot my last video. I just wanted to talk about changing my name, how I changed my name, and why I chose the name Christabel. So for those that don't know, my actual name is not Power Ranger Princess. My name is Christabel. And when I was younger, I used to play this game with some of my cousins. I would pretend that I was a little girl. I remember I did it all. I used to put on the shoes. I used to sneak in some mascara for my mom. I remember I used to have this jersey. It was like this woolly jersey, and I'd put it over my head, and I'd pretend that I had long hair. And I used to have the most fun doing that. But one thing that I always used to do when me and my cousins would play this game is I would always insist that they call me Katie. So Katie. Um, and I used to spell Katie like K.T. I didn't spell it the way you normally would, like Katie. I used to spell it Katie, K.T. And even when I wasn't playing, like when I was in my room and scribbling in my notebook, I would draw all these pictures of who I wanted to be. And I would always write there, Katie, K.T. And I just remember being so happy when I would pretend to be that person. Now, obviously, I grew up, and I got to a stage in 2010 where I would honestly say my life just fell apart, and I realized that I could no longer live as a guy. It wasn't going to happen. It just was not feasible. And I made the decision that I would transition. Now, in 2011, I started university, and during my counseling sessions, obviously I saw a psychologist who helped me with the whole process. But during those sessions, I would always talk to her about the woman that I wanted to be. What kind of woman did I want to be? And one of the things we would always discuss was what name I wanted to have. So she had a couple of suggestions, and I remember thinking of the names like Brittany and Ashley and Heather. I've always liked those names, but none of them seemed to fit me. None of them seemed to fit me. My psychologist's advice was that I should pick a gender neutral name, like, Jamie or Lindsay or Ashley. Ashley is gender neutral. I remember she said Peyton, and I thought, nah, I don't want to be Peyton. So eventually I watched this movie, and the character's name was Christabel. And I just remember like hearing that name for the first time. I had never met anyone named Christabel before. And I just thought it was just so beautiful and it was so unique. And I love the meaning. Christabel means Christ is beautiful or beautiful crystal, however you want to spin it. So I just thought it had such a beautiful meaning. So I decided that I was going to name myself Christabel, but I wasn't going to spell it the traditional way. I wanted to spell it, you know how you would normally spell Christabel? It would be Christabel, Christabel. I wanted to spell my name with a K, the Kardashian way. So, my name is spelled Christabel, Kristabelle. So now that I decided on what name I wanted, I needed to legally go about changing my name. So in South Africa, you don't need any letter from any doctor or psychologist or anything like that. All you need is a copy of your ID, your government issued identity document. You need your mother and father's IDs. I don't know why. You need their marriage certificate, or in my case, I needed my parents, my dad's death certificate or a marriage certificate. And I needed an affidavit from the police station. So obviously I had to ask my mom for her documents in order to get this moving. And I couldn't tell her why I needed it, so I had to spin some story. I basically told my mom that I needed a copy of her ID because I I told her I was applying for a scholarship and I needed her documents in order to apply for the scholarship. So she was like, sure. She gives me all these documents. I'm like, thank God. I get to Home Affairs where, you have to do all this admin. And the woman working at the Home Affairs office, I walk in. So I walk in, picture this. At that point, I am full dude, full man, presenting male, deep ass voice, a little goatee. I think you guys don't really appreciate how masculine I used to look. I'm gonna drop like a video in the description of what I used to look like, just so y'all can see, for those that haven't seen my whole transformation. So I walk in with my deep ass voice and I'm like, oh, I want to change my name to this. And the woman reads it and she's just kind of like, Christabel. So she was rude. She was rude. Like, let's just be real. She started using that name, but in a way to mock me. And I just remember thinking, you know what? I just have to deal with you once. I'd rather deal with you one more time than have to deal with another instance of somebody using my dead name. You know what I mean? It wasn't even worth getting upset over. So she does all the paperwork and then she gives me a document and she's like, please put your signature here and put your initials. So I put my initials and my initials are Katie, K.T, Katie. And I remember when I put my initials down there, I sort of stopped and I looked at it and it came back to me. I always wanted to be Katie. I always wanted to be this person. The woman like did this and I was like, oh yeah, sorry. So I put my name and I put in my signature and I just handed it back to her. And I remember I had the biggest smile on my face. Now she was kind of looking at me funny, like, and then what's up with you? And it was in that moment that I realized that I was coming full circle. This is something I've always wanted. This is who I've always been. When I was that 6-year-old, when I was that 5-year-old, I wasn't pretending. I was just giving myself permission to be myself in those moments. Now, I didn't have the vocabulary to say that, no, I actually am a girl. But I have the vocabulary now. And I have the means to do this now. So I encourage you, sitting at home, to take your life into your own hands. Whatever it is that you want to change, whatever it is that you want to become, whatever it is that you want to do, take the first step. The first step always seems hard. I mean, if you're still living in your male state and you haven't even begun doing anything, the first step will always seem scary. But you just have to get that engine running. Once you get that engine going and you jump in that car and you start driving, and you actually take charge of your life. You're not on the passenger seat, but you're on the driver's seat, running the show. Once you can start to do that, amazing things are going to happen. I know it's scary, but guess what? You deserve to live in your truth. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to have the right name, and for people to use your right name. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for watching my video. I apologize. I know it's been a hot minute since I've made a video. I'm gonna start throwing in some more vids. I love you so much, you guys. Thank you so much just for your love and for your support. I know it's not always easy, but it's worth it. And you are worth it. So peace, love, and many blessings. I can't wait to see you on the other side as the person that you were born to be. Not the person society chose for you, but the person you were always meant to be. It's time to stop pretending, and it's time to be you.